Welcome back to The Observable Unknown. Modern culture speaks constantly about expression. Very little is said about containment. And yet containment may be one of the most important conditions for human stability, because intensity without containment becomes destruction. People often misunderstand boundaries. They imagine boundaries are restrictions placed against life. Very often, they're the structures that permit life to remain coherent under pressure. A river without banks doesn't become free, it becomes a flood. At the Tavistock Clinic in London during the mid-20th century, the pediatrician and psychoanalyst Donald Winnicott developed the idea of the holding environment. His work focused heavily on infancy, attachment, and emotional development. What Winnicott observed was profound. Human beings develop psychologically inside structures of reliable containment, predictable care, predictable emotional response, and predictable safety. A child gradually learns, my emotions can be survived, my needs can be carried, and my distress doesn't annihilate the world. Without containment, intensity becomes terrifying. And when intensity becomes terrifying, people develop desperate strategies to manage it. Avoidance, dissociation, addiction, emotional volatility, hypervigilance, not because the feelings themselves are abnormal, but because the system never learned how to hold them safely. Around the same period, in Britain, the psychoanalyst Wilfred Bion expanded this idea further through his work on emotional processing and group psychology. Bion believed the mind requires structures capable of metabolizing emotional experience, raw grief, raw confusion, raw fear. If experience can't be processed symbolically, it overwhelms the organism directly. This is why rituals matter historically, not merely spiritually, but structurally. Rituals contain intensity. Weddings, funerals, courtrooms, initiations, religious liturgies, certain meditation practices. These forms don't eliminate emotion, they give emotion shape. Modern people often mistake form for repression. That's a dangerous misunderstanding. Very often, form is what prevents collapse. Discipline protects attention. Ritual protects transition. Boundaries protect intimacy, and structure protects freedom. In my book, Calendars of Permission, I explore this principle through timing systems and behavioral rhythm. Human beings stabilize more effectively when life possesses recurring forms. Cycles, intervals, ceremonies, intentional repetition. Without structure, without calendrical rituals and opportunities for critical rituals, the nervous system drifts toward fragmentation. This is one reason modern exhaustion feels so peculiar. People are saturated with stimulation while lacking any meaningful containment. Everything enters and nothing settles. You can see this now culturally. Emotional exposure without reflection, information without digestion, reaction without integration, intensity everywhere, containment nowhere. And, eventually, systems organized this way begin mistaking escalation for sincerity. The loudest feeling appears truest. The most public reaction appears the most authentic. But uncontained emotion is not automatically honest. Sometimes it's merely unprocessed. Healthy containment doesn't suppress reality. It permits reality to move through the organism without destroying coherence. That distinction is more important than perhaps any other. Because a person incapable of containment can't sustain intimacy, responsibility, grief, power, or joy safely for very long. This is something that matters enormously. Everything eventually spills beyond proportion. This is why mature systems develop form deliberately, not to imprison intensity, but to carry it. If this interlude settles somewhere quietly inside of you, make that known Leave a rating or a review, not for recognition but for signal, so coherence reaches where fragmentation has gone uncontained for too long. Until next time, remember, you don't become what you feel, you become what you return to, and what you return to returns as you.